Hello, and welcome back to the ministry. And today, God gave me a sequence. We're going to do this song that I was going to do with the song Damage yesterday, but I got interrupted. So, we're going to get this song today. Okay. So, this is kind of like our damaged part two. I needed to give you the damaged part before I give you the word part that God gave me for how God's going to have them fix it. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? You ready? It's about to be good. Y'all. Okay. So, as the song starts, it says, do you got a first aid kit handy? Do you know how to patch up a wound? Your God-ordained spouse is coming in. And yes, God has healed us. Yes, God has dealt with the parts of us that need to be healed. But you never understand how healed you are or unhealed you are until you're confronted with it in a new relationship. So, first thing that they're going to have to do is help you heal, and you're going to help them heal. Okay? So, are you patient, understanding? They're going to have to be patient with you. And I keep seeing this title from Remnant Rising that says your God ordained spouse is going to be patient and gentle with you. It says your spouse is going to be gentle with you. Because I might need some time to clear the hole in my heart. This isn't something I share with everybody. And I don't talk about it. I didn't find this out until I was in my mid-20s. But I remember my mother telling me when I was a child that I had a hiatal hernia. But I did not know when I was born. I was born with a hole in my heart valve. They call it a murmur. And I went to get a cardiac scan of my heart done because years ago, I used to drink coffee. And when I would drink coffee, my heart would start racing ridiculously. And I was like, what is causing this? And then I've had to go to the hospital like 2-3 times because I did that. And I just eventually got over it and said, I'm going to stop drinking coffee because this isn't working for me. And I eventually ended up, when that happened to me, like the third time, I ended up going to a specialist to figure out why is my heart beating so erratically when I drink coffee. So when they went and they did a full scan on my heart, the doctor told me that my valve for my heart is open. So, yes, this line means a little bit more for me than something as a cute little line. Time to clear the hole in my heart. And I tried every remedy, and nothing seemed to work for me. I wrote a piece like 4 years ago talking about love eludes me. And it just didn't seem to work for me. And I think the Lord showing me something, and I'm going to mention it at the end. baby, this situation is driving me crazy. When it comes down to you and your God ordained spouse, the way that the Lord has been revealing you to them and them to you, the whole process probably got you both feeling a little bit off your rocker, because you're like, is this? You got to think about that for them too, because we walking with God to a level that on a daily basis he continuously gives us confirmation and a soothing hand of understanding through the words that the other young women that he has assigned to us in this season to confirm to us. But you got any spouse don't got that. You got any spouse got all the confirmations popping up, and he's like, what in the heck is this? Am I all right? This name keeps showing up all over the place. Wait, I'm on social media. Wait, this person's face keeps popping up in front of me. Wait, why does this keep happening? Wait, why did the... Feeling a little crazy? Why? Because it was happening to me too. I want to be your lady. We've been wanting as their God ordained spouse, as long as God's been beating us over the head that this is your husband. We've been wanting to be their lady. But the one before you left me so damaged. Don't even think about the one before, because when you think about the one before him, ooh, the damage that they did. Thank God for healing. It's been 10 years, and you couldn't pay me to go back to that man. I don't care how much money you had. It's called drop it in a church's, tithing box, but don't give it to me, because I ain't going there. I thought that I should let you know that my heart is damaged. Our hearts have been damaged from the people, places, the relationships, the things that the enemy sent. And I didn't get a chance to talk about this, but I'm going to do it here because I'm seeing it again. God gave me this little funny, I swear I'm going to do little cartoons. God sent me a cartoonist that can do this because I want to do this little cartoon. And the cartoon is like, it's like somebody's hands and you standing there and the hands are just tossing stuff at you. Just throwing whatever it can throw at you. Anything it threw at you. Anything. That's what the devil been trying to do to us. It's like, oh, you won't get a romantic relationship. What other relationship are you in? Ooh, let me throw a friend in there and let that friend betray them. Let me throw a business partner. They try and get work done. Let me let that person confuse them. Let me have their family member act a daggone fool and try to emotionally cut them in their heart. Yeah. So damaged. And you can blame the one before. All them people that was before them that messed them up. The Lord's been working on healing them so their triggers don't come into the relationship with you, and their triggers cause you to back up because you both have a set of triggers. And the reason that the Lord also been holding you out of your relationship is because when you get triggered by their past behavior, meaning they can't even act like they used to act, because if they even resemble the previous person that they were, it's going to trigger you. Same for them to you, meaning, or you to them, meaning if you had tendencies in your past, especially when you was with these counterfeits, and you weren't walking with God, you can't allow those things to slip in, because then they'll be wanting to back up too. I'm gonna get all into that in the next thing I'm gonna talk about. You can blame the one before. So how are you gonna fix it? And this is what we asking. How are you gonna fix it? And they wondering, how are you gonna fix them? How are you gonna fix the problems that I had with my last one? How you gonna fix those years? Because some of your men was out here doing some things with 7 different women. And every one of them snatched a part of them. Though they were not physically committed to them, they were only having sex with them. But the ones that they did open their hearts to, tore them up. Just ripped them apart. Only wanted to keep them around for specific reasons. So they looking at you like, how you gonna fix this? How you gonna fix this? And you looking at them like, how you gonna fix this? Because all of the environment that you was in, how you gonna fix this? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to fix this? What are you gonna do to fix my past traumas from the relationships that I was in, whether it was friendship, partnerships, or romantic relationships? How you gonna fix? What you gonna do? Baby, I gotta know. Because to open my heart again to somebody new, that's a risk. And I'm almost not willing to take it. But thank be to Jesus that Jesus done shown me you and won't let me close my heart to you. What are you going to do? Because the Lord has shown me that you're the one that's going to be able to keep my heart. I need to know what you're going to do. I'm hearing, what's her name? Oh God. Her name's on the tip of my tongue. The one that wrote the song, How Did You Get Here? In the song, she said, I locked my heart in a box. That's where their heart is. That's where your heart's been. It's like, we done locked our hearts in a crystal box. Ooh, who did that? Because I know in Beauty and the Beast, it was the flower that was locked in the crystal cage. You know what I'm talking about. Ah, that's so funny. I see it. I put a post in the blog section of the YouTube page that's a photograph. It's the image for the video is a cage with a heart inside. That heart actually has a diamond ring in it. But the cage is encaging the heart. Your spouse's heart has been encaged for all this time period. This is straight God. And so has yours. And they ain't willing to let it out. And the only one they're willing to let it out with is you. Even if they haven't wanted to. But I'm going to tell you, if I didn't tell you about the experience before, God showed me years ago when right after he showed me who my God ordained spouse was, I was listening to, I'm going to have to do a review on this song, Tamar Braxton's Free Falling. And I felt a stabbing pain in my chest. And because I had the heart valve problem, I was like, oh, what's going on? What's this? What's this? What's this? Am I in trouble? Is there something wrong? Do I need to go to the hospital? What's up? And I believe what it was God penetrating my heart to open it up so that as he began to show me this man, I would be able to receive him. Same for your God ordained spouse. Something happened that opened his heart for him to be able to receive you too. Deep revelation verse. We just on verse 2. Do you have, let's see, verse K, A, get handy. Yeah, okay, we already did the verse. Let's go to the actual next state, which is the bridge. Can you fix my heart? And it's spelled out. Tell me, can you fix my heart? A lot of us, and you know you felt it. You all have felt it, and I'll even admit I felt it. There's a part deep down in your spirit, and you know if I'm talking to you, that you felt yourself. It's like, can this person really fix my heart? Can I really give my heart to this person? And you could literally hear your spirit crying out, is this person going to be the one that's going to, because I can't open my heart up again. I do not want to open my heart up again to somebody else and to have them to stomp all over it like it's trash. I'm going to tell you something the guy that was my counterfeit did. I remember that's another Danity Kane song. But, yeah. What he did was, we had broke up, but we were calling ourselves still trying to be friends after the breakup, amicable separation of our relationship. But I went over to his house after we broke up, and we were sitting and just talking as two friends would talk, and he had stepped out, and I happened to see he'd been cleaning his room. There was something that I had personally made him, and it was a personal art project I had made for him. And I don't play about my artwork. I don't play about my writing. I don't play about my poetry. I don't play about none of that. And I saw this thing balled up, intercoiled poster, completely rolled up, and like with that gnawed, all bunched up, messed up, like, at the very least, this is the way that you felt about something that I gave to you from my heart, okay? That's how your heart feels. I can't do that again, okay? Because my creativity is like my baby, and to see that wrap balled up, scrunched up, all on the floor like that, I'm like, I never forget that, because it's damaged. Don't you know it's damaged? Can you fix my heart? And it goes into the next set of chorus. It's the type of pain that you feel deep inside. It's that type of pain that makes you pray. Come on now. I didn't even know that was in this song. Shut up. God, you in this. It makes you cry. That type of pain. Was I not just talking about that type of pain? Okay, that's what I thought. My heart is damaged, but it's going to be all right one day. My heart is damaged. This too shall pass. My heart is damaged. Sometimes you gotta go through the pain. And I'm gonna pause here to say this. You had to go through the pain you went through with every other man, every other woman that you went through. They had to go through all that pain because every single one of those people was a lesson. God showed it to me like this. Every person that you was with was meant to make an impact in your life, one way or another. I keep seeing be reminded of that Tyler Perry clip that you see sometimes on YouTube. It pop up every once in a while of Tyler Perry as Medea's making the point of saying to the guy, people come into your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. The people that came into your spouse's life, even into your life in relationships, they came to help you go through levels to grow you. And each and every single one of those levels prepared you for the level that you're about to walk into with the God-ordained person you're about to walk into. Same for them. And what happens is, the fact of the matter is, because we are heartfelt people and we love hard as lovers of God, as children of God, we have a tendency that we may not want to let a person go when their season is up. So they kind of gotta hurt us in order for us to release them. So we end up in levels of pain for relationships that person, God was saying, I only needed that person to be there for about 2 years. Why are they still there 5, 6, 7 years later? And you wondering for the past 3 to 5 years why that person's been acting up on you. But my heart loves them. No, God was telling you their season expired 5 years ago. But you didn't want to let them go. So because you didn't want to let them go, I kept making them hurt you and kept making them hurt you and increased the pain and allowed them to hurt you a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more till it became an unbearable pain. And then when you still want to let them go, I was like, okay, let me just break this, because obviously it's not going to help if I just let this linger. And then what happens is God does it. He rips it off like a Band-Aid. The pain. You had to go through the pain of it being ripped off like a Band-Aid. And then you had to heal. And each relationship, each time you started to come to the realization, either you were going to let the person, especially for the men, they just stopped letting the women in, and they just was like, I'm just going to sleep with as many as I want, and I'm not going to get my heart to none of them. I'm just sleep with them. And I know who I can go back around to. I'm going to keep you for a go back around. When I need you, I'm going to hook up with you. I heard a man literally say this: when men run into a woman, they come to the realization of exactly the type of woman that the woman is, and they come to the determination if they're gonna keep you around just to have sex with you or not. They'll entertain you because of the fact they're like, oh, you that type chick, so I'm gonna draw you in like this, because I know that all I'm going to do with you is that. And then they'll have the rotation. Women do it too. But then when God has to break that cycle, because he's like, oh, I want you to marry somebody, sir. He's going to have all of the counterfeit entertainment pieces start to act up. And they going to start hurting the man. And then the man's going to have to come back to him, and he's going to like, so you ready, bro? You ready? You ready? This your wife, but that's your wife. You can go back to them if you want, but when a man goes back to his own vomit, I explained that in another video. I'm not going to explain the disgustingness of that again. Yeah. To jump back in to something that God done delivered you from, and you gonna go back to take that thing out of the vomit. And God's like, are you sure? You gonna let that go? Yes, you had to go through all of that pain, but each pain, not only were you supposed to help them by showing them what they needed to do in order for them to be prepared for the next person, because you were just passing through each other. You're going past one way, they're going the other way. Y'all thought you were going in the same direction. No, you weren't. You going this way, they going that way. Because they're going to eventually leave, but you're going to keep going forward. And the pain of the separation of the two rubbing together as the ending of the process comes for the 2 points to be released from one another, it hurts. And God will keep doing that. And he's going to keep doing that. And you're going to keep going through the same cycles until you learn the lessons within that relationship in order to let go of that thing, in order to prepare you to be able to walk into the thing that God's trying to put you in. The actual relationship he's trying to put you in. And once you learn that, or release all the women all together for the men, and vice versa for the women, you release the person all together and sit with the Lord and let the Lord break all the soul ties that you had and show you what was wrong with her, and her. Let me deal with you in relation to the things that caused that. Ooh. So that when I release her, meaning your wife, to you, you be ready. Because her heart's been damaged just like your heart's been damaged. It took you a few more cycles than it may have taken her to come to that realization. Because you wanted to feed your flesh instead of your spirit. I don't get it. Some people would just let their flesh get tortured. Let their spirit get tortured. For something. Was the sex really that good? I don't know. Maybe it was just like I've never had good sex before. But I bet you I have it in my marriage. I bet you that. So to experience joy, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. I think I might listen to that in the Dollhouse album. It's coming today. So I got no word for you. It's coming up behind this one. But I said I was going to say something. Oh, the woman with the issue of blood. She had to come to touch the hem of Jesus's garment in order to be made whole again. Same for your God-ordained spouses. Your God-ordained spouses were the men that were hiding at the well, which for them may have been a club where they were cycling around 3, 4, 5, 6 different people and had an encounter with the Lord that said, yeah, I recognize that you've been with 5, 6 people, and the one you with now ain't your wife. But I got one over here, and I want to give that person to you. But I need you to get through the mess that you've dealt with so that I can give her to you. And for you, as the female, you've had an issue. Every person that you know tried to collaborate, tried to deal with. They just kept They just kept hurting you. And you sought out remedies. You sought out better relationships. You sought out the people that looked like they were a good fit for you. And they kept hurting you over and over and over and over again. But when you came to the Lord and said, I'm going to give all my relationships to you. When your God ordained spouse went to the Lord and said, okay, I'm going to give this area to you too. And God is saying, I got her already. I need to get you right so I can give you to her and vice versa. See, some of y'all have had an issue of blood for a long time. And because of that issue of blood, you ever heard a person say you're bleeding all over everybody else? Because you've been hurt in your heart and your emotions and the pain that you suffer bled on other people because your heart had a hole in it and love has been eluding you. But your God ordained spouse, the one that God has given you, they're going to patch up the hole. They're going to heal it. No more cuts, no more bleeding, no more pain. Doesn't mean y'all ain't going to have your moments. Doesn't mean that you're not going to go through things. But you've been cultivated for each other that when you go through the pain, it's not going to be as bad. Those people couldn't go through the pain with them. 9 times out of 10, they probably just dropped them. Just like you got dropped. You notice how when you're going through something, people that ain't supposed to be there with you, they will walk away from you as soon as things get bad. You can't call on nobody. They ain't like, I don't know how to help you. He's not going to do that. She's not going to do that. They're coming to fix it. They're coming to fix it. That type of pain that made you pray that God went and got this man or that woman, because they coming to fix it. Because this too is going to pass. And the weight's going to pass too. So be prepared. Because they're coming. And this next word I got for you. Woo! Stay tuned. I got you in the next one. All right. Until next time. Bye-bye.